Hello again and welcome to this training video. The next big chunk of this paper is actually data manipulation or Microsoft Access. The one unique thing or the one different thing that you have to do in Access that you don't do in anything else or in any other software basically in this paper is you have to start Microsoft Access first and import the file. So a question says, using a suitable database package, import the file g8prods.csv. This is, I believe, the only question that specifically says database package, as in it gives you the type of package. But on other ones they just say using a suitable software package, open this file. But in here they say database package because it is a little bit different. Okay, so to fire this off, we have to go to Microsoft Access. If you cannot see Microsoft Access, then you're just going to go to All Programs, Microsoft Office, and then you're going to open it from there. Okay, just so while this loads, and this might happen with you, it's just may take a minute or so just to load up, because we don't usually use Microsoft Access quite often, and every time we load it, this happens. It's an IT issue that I've told the IT department about, and they're working on it. Hopefully they'll have it done by then. Okay, so this is just going to take some time to actually load. While this happens, I want to reiterate something. If I go back to my working file area, everything that I want to save, I will save in this file. Okay, Microsoft Access is almost up. So I saved, this is the file that originally came, this is the file that I'm working with. That is my saved file, which I should print when all this is said and done. Okay, again, this is just taking a couple of minutes to load up Microsoft Access. So we're just waiting for that. All right, so this is Microsoft Access. The question wants us to create a database and import this file into it. If I go back to my question, in Microsoft Access, now here's something I've probably never done before with you, but it is expected. Since I'm saving everything in that folder on the desktop, I'm going to go and save this database in there as well. So I have everything centralized. I will click on where I want to save it, the browse button. I go to the desktop and I will put it on CD paper 2. I can call it database 1. The name of the database is not really a big deal. You can actually change it if you want. I will say paper 2, June 2008. Okay, so just remember that this file will be created there. I minimize, I create, I minimize. I want to double check that it's there, and it's actually there. Okay, because in some papers they might actually tell you print evidence of this. If all the files are centralized, then you don't really have a problem. Okay, we're on to the database section now, and in the database I'm just resizing my files, my windows, so everything is clear. Okay, I'm going to close that one. I'm not saving it. I don't need that. Now, using a suitable software package, I'm going to import this file. Importing happens under external data. Whenever you have a CSV file, it's actually text. It's not Excel. And all the past papers that I have seen, there has been a CSV file, nothing else. So if I click on text, remember I am import. I'm importing the file. So I clicked on external data text file, browse. My file is on the desktop, CD paper 2. This is it. Even though it does look like Excel, but I want to import it. Click open. Import or link. No, I want to import. Click OK. This is the data. Some questions have popped up again in class and otherwise of do I use delimited or fixed width. All the past papers that I have seen have used delimited. And what is delimited? That means there is a one symbol in between the data items that is there. In this case, you can already see it's a comma. Okay, now I'm going to click next. And as you can see, it is split up based on the comma that is there. Okay, the next important thing is actually you need to select first row contains field names. Again, looking at the data will never hurt you. It's a good thing for you to be familiar with the data. If I'm looking at the top, it says country, category, country code, product, stock, so on and so forth. And then here I have T. Well, category and T are not, they're not the same. This is why this is field name or column name. It's called category. So if I do this, I tick that, it will actually make it look like a header or a field name. All right, click next. And in here, I'm at the data types, and I'm gonna get all of this data type, make sure that it's in there. Okay? I click on advanced, and in advanced, it already said the delimited. I don't have to touch any of these. I'm worried about the data types now. And they say category and text are supposed, category and country are supposed to be text. The next one is supposed to be integer. Some people say, well, sir, can we put integer and long integer? Both of them are correct. Putting integer is probably a better choice because they specifically said one integer. And a product is text. The other two are integers as well. So I'm going to go ahead and change these to become just an integer. As I said in class, a long integer is just a bigger integer, as in it can fit a bigger number. Okay, the next one is price, which will be currency. I click on double and I choose currency. Okay, next one is going to be special, which is supposedly a yes and no, or as we said before, a boolean or a logical is a yes and no. And the last one is notes, which is text. Click OK. Click next. The primary key is not really a big deal. It actually specifically says that. Make sure you use these field names, which I have. You may add another field as a primary key field if your software requires this. So that's fine. This says let access add a primary key. Click next. The file is G8 prods. The table, click finish. Click close. And at that level, I recommend go in and look at the data. See how many fields you have. You have 151, how many records? 151 records. Check all the fields. Just to have a general look of how the data looks. Browse through. Okay? Now, the next step will be to save a screenshot of all the data types which were seen before. The best place for this is to go right-click on G8 prods, click Design View. This is what they want to see. Now, there's one other thing that we want to double-check here. We didn't do there, and that was this 2 decimal places. If I click on price, the decimal places actually says auto. You see, this is a price. This is auto, as it's a currency. I can explicitly make it 2 decimal places, which they have asked for. Okay, I'm going to click save here, and they need a screenshot of this. So again, remember my screenshot file? It's still there. I did not delete it. I'm going to take a screenshot of this with my print screen, go over to Microsoft Word. If you want, which is maybe a good habit, I haven't done this here, but you can maybe put the question number next to it. So this is 38, question 38, paste. Remember, up until this point, I haven't printed anything yet. Okay, I'm just saving everything in this file. I'm going to double click on that. I'm just going to crop it, so make the examiner's life easier, as he will be able to see all the data instead of it being so small. Okay, there we go. I'm going to crop the top as well, as in this white area that is not needed. Okay, click on this and make it just a little bit bigger, so just make, as we said, the examiner's life a little bit easier by him being able to read. Okay, this concludes the setting up, as in we got the data in, we were able to print a screenshot. Next will be entering some data and looking at queries and reports. I'll be back soon.